Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here and welcome to day 5 of our 12 days of Christmas. So using the advent calendar, let's have a look, shall we, at what we will be doing today. Now this one is a little bit of fun. It is a paint by numbers. Well, not technically by numbers because I haven't put the numbers in for you, but we do have something for you to paint. Now you've got two options. You can either paint what is on. If you do not like the sunflower and you want to do your own thing, you want to draw something, get yourself like a little dot, like picking tool, one of these. You will be able to pull that off if you wish to, but we are going to do this. You have a little easel in which you can paint on if you want, but it is for when you finish to decorate. Now the colours you've got brown, yellow, green, blue, black and white. I always like to include blacks and whites because you just never know. One thing that I will say is grab yourself a piece of packaging or something, just so that you've got yourself a little palette, although you don't really need it if you don't want. But we're going to start off with blue. Okay, I don't know why I went that far down, and we're going to just paint the background blue because I want the bottom. Oh no, I'm going to do the whole thing. Okay, and it is trying not to go over those lines, and if you do, just use your finger to wipe it off. But yeah, this was fun putting this together. So it is just a little sunflower. I was going to go Christmas, and then I thought, actually, you know what, there's quite a lot of Christmas in here. We want a couple of things that are not Christmas, so I decided to do something else. Okay, there we go. Now if I do get it on the black, I am just going to wipe it off, but that is more me than you guys, because yeah, it has to be right. It's the first time designing and creating, I keep doing it though, creating one of these. Maybe I should use the smaller brushes. So in today's mix, you are getting all the paint that you need to colour this in. You're also getting your little easel so that you've got somewhere to display, and then you're getting two size brushes. So you've got a flat brush and you've got a round brush in which to paint with. So my background on this, I am going to keep it all blue because I just think the blue looks nice, and I am going to do a couple of coats as well, just so that it is more opaque. I'm not going to speed up on this. I'm not going to do anything like that. We're going to do this together so that you guys can see how long this will take. Now if you don't want to watch the whole process, there is an option. If you click those 3 dots around the screen, I can't remember where they are, it depends on what you're watching, you can change the speed. I'll sound like a chipmunk, but you can make it a lot quicker if yeah, if you haven't got the time, or you can just skip straight to the end of the video and see the results. Now the reason why I said get a bit of packaging or something for a palette is because if you want to add shading to this, which I do, the option is there. If you don't, but you've already got your colours, all the it's a bit like, you know where everything goes. But I want to do in the centre, we're going to use the brown, I'm going to add a tiny bit of black just to darken that up. We've got the yellow, but then I want to add in a bit of the brown to the yellow so that round the bottom of my petals are have got some shading. So and then same with the green, probably add a bit of the brown in as well for the green. Okay, I'm going to swap to my smaller brush because we need to get in here. Okay, so because I thought it'd be quite nice for you guys. You know, you can either keep it solid colours, or if you wanted to do like what I'm going to do, I thought it'd be quite nice for you to play with shading and being able to follow along. Also, you know, if you want to do your own thing, if you don't want to do the sunflower, then by all means take it off, and I would love to see what you guys do with it. So just do your own thing, because that will be quite, yeah, quite fun. So I'm just making sure to get everywhere. Now I am getting it on the black because I'm not that great, but it does wipe off. I just want my the black lines to stay quite nice, that's it. Okay, so every time I pop, oh, I think I need to get a wipe or something for my hands. Right, like I said, I am going to go over this twice, the sky bit, because I want this to be opaque. I don't want it to be yeah, I don't want it to be see-through. The other thing I want to do is I want to create some clouds as well. So it can be as complex or as, yeah, basic as you want. So I think this side has started drying, so we can get our second coat on, which is excellent. So there, instantly, if you look at this corner, it looks so much better than this corner. So that second coat will make a difference. Now it might not be, so it wasn't fully dry up there. Okay, and just push that like this. Okay, so I am concentrating on this bit like this, just so that I get this wherever I need it. Okay, but it really does make all the difference. Okay, so and this bit, so I do apologise, like I said, I'm not sure if you can hear the kids next door, but I do apologise. I'm having to record this through the 6 weeks holiday, I'm afraid. I'm recording it so early because before these go out, I'm making sure that everything is how I wanted it to be. So that's why you can sort of hear noises. Whereas the rest of the 24 days of Christmas will be getting recorded through the autumn. Right, okay, just need to do around the flower. Okay, like in these bits, and then that's that bit. So I've started off with the easy bit, and then yeah, we'll sort of go from there. I will have to add blue in a few extra places, just where it hasn't dried properly, so it's not covering very well. I used to love doing stuff like this when I was a kid. Okay, so oh, I have gone over the black, but that is fine. We'll deal with that in a bit. Right, okay, so that is that done. Well, for now anyway. Like I said, I'll come back in and put extra bits of blue in where it's needed in a bit. Right, so I'm going to just grab a little pot of water. Oh, that's got glitter in. We don't want glitter water, do we? We don't want glitter water. Right, so I'm just going to clean out my brush. I am actually just going to stick with the littlest brush for now. Just gonna, because this is just me, I want to clean that blue up off my. So what I might do, the other thing is, so you may get some of these little micro brushes in your parcel as well. Right, there we go. Okay, so next up, I'm going to start off with, so let me close up the blue. I'm going to start off with the brown. So we're going to do that center. Okay. And I'm just going to do the first coat. Although I think I'm just being picky. Just do the first coat like this. Right. Just like that. So we are going to do 2 coats on everything. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of the brown, and then I'm just open up the black, and like the tiniest amount of black that there is, because you do not want a huge amount of black in there. I literally dipped my what do you call it, my brush into it, and then I'm just going to come in and just bring that black around, like the darker shade. We are going to put 2 coats on this, but I just want this to blend together. There we go. So just like that. So it's not looking like much at the minute, but it will when we're finished. Okay, next up, let's get the yellow. Okay, and we're just going to paint all of our petals in the yellow, and hopefully you're a little better than me with keeping in the lines. If you've got any cotton buds or anything like that, then just use you can use a cotton bud to go over those black lines if you wish, or you can just use your black to paint over them. Entirely up to you. Or another option, remembering all these options, you do get a black pen in day 4, so you could use your black pen. Well, lots of different options there for you. Okay, so I'm just going to colour all of these in. Like I said, everything is going to need a couple of coats. So we do want it to dry. Now it is acrylic paint, so the acrylic paint will dry quite quickly. Okay. I'm trying my hardest to stay in those lines. Because, yeah. Okay. And isn't that looking so cute? It looks so bright and, yeah, vibrant. I love it. Right. And I'm not worried that you can see, you know, that blue paint underneath the yellow, because by the time we've done the few coats on it, yeah, you're not going to see that. Okay. I'm having to keep sort of, yeah. Too much paint on my brush, I think. Okay. Just like this. Oh, nearly done. And then we're going to wait for that to dry. We can speed it up, so you can use your heat tool if you wish to speed up the drying, but you really are best off just letting it dry. So what you could do is do your first coat and then go make yourself a hot drink which I think I will. And then when you come back, it should be ready for you to do a second coat on it. And I'm not going to do any shading on the petals until I've done my second coat. So, yeah. Oh, just spilled water everywhere. Right, I'm going to use the green. Oh. If I can open it. I should really shut those other ones, but there we go. And then finishing off with the green. Just going to grab a wipe just to dry that off. So just colour that in like that. And there we go. Right, now I don't think you need to see me do the second coat because I'm not going to be doing any blending or anything. I'm just going to be doing exactly the same as what I've just done. So what I'll do is I'll go off camera, and then once this is dried, I'll go over and get the next coat done. And then once it's ready to start shading and stuff, we'll come back and we'll do that together. So I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. I've done 2 coats, so that's what it looks like if you do no shading or anything. And I think it looks fabulous. We still need to add the clouds, which we're going to do now. So I'm just going to grab my paintbrush, the thicker paintbrush. I just need to clean it. Because I think we do need to add some clouds in there. Now I've got every single one open. Why not have the white open as well? Hopefully they won't go everywhere. There we go. Right, so you can still see. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some white on my brush, and we're going to put some clouds in just by dabbing it on like that. And it's just to add something else to our piece, and why not? Okay, so just like that. There we go. And I reckon maybe one down here, because it's just floating in the sky. Plus I'm enjoying making the cloud shape, so why not? And I'm just dabbing my brush, that's all I'm doing. I like that. Yeah. So just like that. So you don't have to add the clouds if you don't want to, but I really like it. Do you know what? I'm tempted at the bottom to actually bring in the grass. So I'm going to just add it in, because I think looking at it, and we'll keep that white on there because it's good to have it. It'll give us different shades of the green. Yeah, I like that. And again, there's no sort of skill to this. I'm just taking the colour and I'm dabbing it down over that white, which is giving me a different shades of green. And actually that has worked beautifully. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's all we needed. So you can hear the seagulls. They're so noisy at the minute. So very noisy. Right, okay. So I'm just going to clean that brush off because we don't need that one anymore. And let's clean this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some yellow on here. I'm going to put quite a bit on actually, just so that I know I've got enough. And then I'm going to grab the brown, and we're just going to mix that brown in with the yellow. I'm hoping you can see, yeah, it just gives us a nice mustardy colour. And all I'm going to do, I'll wipe off my brush so that we start fresh. I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip, and then we're going to run it across the bottom here, and then blend that out into our petal, just like that. I'm going to do that to each one. So just along that edge, and then don't get any more on your brush and just blend that out just like that. As you can see. And then that's going to give us our shader. I mean, look at the difference between that side. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to do this all the way around. So pop the paint just along that edge. And you don't want to add any more onto your brush. I've got actually quite a bit on there, but and then we're just going to blend that out just like that. So again, a little bit on the brush just along that edge, and then we're going to blend it out like that. Oh, it looks amazing. So a bit too much. You can see very little on the end of my brush. So again, just along that edge, and then we're just going to blend that out just like that. Okay, and again, I mean, don't they just look really good? Yeah, that looks really nice. Oh, I love it. I just think it is bringing this piece to life. Now, I've definitely put way too much on here, so we've got enough to do the other side. So if you feel like you've got too much paint on, then you can do 2 leaves at a time. And just blend that down. Might need a little bit more paint on this one. Yep. Okay. And then blend that down like that. Oh, I just think it's just brought this piece to life. Now, I was going to add the black and the brown in and do exactly the same to that centre. However, I'm going to do a different idea. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll work. There we go. Got 2 more to go. So let's pop that there. And then blend that down. There we go. Last one. Okay. Just like that. I'm just going to have to turn my piece because, yeah, it's a bit more difficult. Right, there we go. I'm going to blend that down. So that is the sunflower petals all done. Now, in the centre, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some brown. So a couple of bits of brown. And then I'm going to grab the tiniest, and I mean the tiniest bit of black. That's probably actually too much. We're just going to grab that and we're going to mix it in the brown. Okay. Then once we've done that, we're going to take that darker colour and I'm just going to do little dots all the way around. And then the colour that we've mixed for the leaves, we're going to bring that bit in as well for the inside. So we've got the dots. Lou, just you're in the light. Thank you. Lucy's just come down the studio. So we're just going to do that, and then once that's done, I'm then going to take this nice colour that we've just done for the petals, and we're going to do the same. We're just going to dot that in to the centre like this, and I'm just being very gentle with how I'm putting this in. And then we're also going to come in with the original colour as well, and we're going to do exactly the same with that brown. So we're going to have 3 different shades in there, just like this. So I'm just going to keep going until I've got what we want. which we are very close to finishing. A little bit more, and then I think a little bit of this as well. Okay, so just like that. So that is that done. Now if you want to add in any shading onto the green bit, just get a bit of the green with a little bit of the brown, and you're just going to mix that brown in with the green, so the brown isn't as harsh as the black, so that will give you a nice contrast. And then we're just going to again pop it where those shadow areas are and then blend it down. That is it. So on the leaf there and there. Okay, just going to clean off my brush because there's too much on, and then I'm just going to blend that out just along the leaf like that. Oh, there we go. And the same down there. And there you have it. That is our paint by numbers, which is day 25. Day 5. Lucy's just given the thumbs up, so I think she likes it. We still got a lot of paint left, which is quite nice, so do use it up. Don't hoard it. Make sure you use it because it will dry over time. So there we go. And then we've got our little easel that it sits on, and then you can display it in your room. How cute is that? So that is day 5. I will be back tomorrow with day 6, so do join me for that. I hope you've enjoyed today as much as I have, and I would love to see all your pictures, so do come over to the Facebook group and share what you have done. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on day 6. Until then, happy crafting. Bye.